Well, now to Texas, where this morning, for only the third time in history, a state official will have an impeachment trial. This is Texas Attorney General. His name's Ken Paxton, and he faces 20 articles of impeachment, including bribery and abuse of office. Paxton, a Republican, was impeached by the Republican-controlled Texas House back in May. Later this morning, the Texas Senate will convene to try his case. Paxton has denied any wrongdoing and calls the allegations politically motivated. NBC News senior reporter Timm joins us with more on what we can expect. Hey, Jane, good morning. So first, just explain to us, how did we get to this point? I mean, I mentioned he's a Republican. This is the Republican-controlled House. What was it that was going on here? What is he accused of doing?
Good morning. So Ken Paxton's impeachment trial today is going to center around whether or not he accepted bribes from and abused his office in trying to help a friend and political donor named Nate Hall. Now, this isn't actually a whole lot of It's not entirely news to Texans. These allegations of wrongdoing have been circulating for years. Paxton's own senior staff reported him to the FBI in 2020, but the House didn't start investigating until this spring, after Paxton asked them to pay for a settlement with some of these whistleblowers who had reported him to the FBI for employment retaliation. Now, that was a $3.3 million settlement, and apparently the last straw for Paxton's own party, who joined with Democrats in the House of Representatives to overwhelmingly impeach him on these 20 articles of impeachment.
So give us some details on what exactly we're going to see. So this impeachment trial is at the Texas State Capitol in Austin, like I said, convening later this morning. What can we expect from proceedings? Who can we expect to see testify?
So the Senate now has to decide whether or not to convict him on those articles of impeachment. The Senate, those senators are the jury here. And the trial is going to look a lot like a civil or criminal trial, except opening statements, witness. And as for witnesses, watch today. We're going to see a really interesting picture into many of these witnesses who will have to appear in person at 11 a.m. There's more than 100 people have received subpoenas to testify. So I'll be watching to see who shows up today at the Capitol.
Absolutely. And Jane, finally, how would he be replaced if convicted?
So Texas law says an unexpired term can only be filled by a special election. But the real question is, if the senators do vote to impeach him, do they also vote to bar him permanently for office? Or can he run again in that special election?
Lots to watch for. Timm, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.